What up, YouTube? iproyugioh here, giving you a deck profile from ABC, which I took to the West Australia Regionals the other day, and placed a disappointing 9th place in Swiss. Now, the Regionals in Australia are a bit different. It doesn't end just after the Swiss rounds, so the top 8 goes on to play knockoff rounds until there's a winner. So I missed out of playing in the finals by 1 spot, which is very disappointing, because this is actually the 3rd time I've placed 9th at a regionals. But that's okay. The reason I'm giving you this deck profile is because I worked really hard on this deck for a few weeks, just trying to get it as consistent as possible. I spent so many hours just playtesting and practicing with this that I figured I might as well just put it up. And I know I haven't posted a video for like, I don't know, 10 months or something, and to be honest, it's because I haven't been playing the game that much. But for the past, like, month or two, I've been really into it, and I was working really hard to make sure I topped the regionals. Came 9th, pretty disappointing, but I'm gonna be back in the game, so hopefully I'm gonna start posting videos again. So here we go. 3A, 3B, 3C. Now, I sided out an A, like, almost every game, because it's the one you search off with Hanger, so you really don't need 3, but yeah, I would still main 3, it's just I ended up siding one out, like, every game. 3 Thrasher, 3 Gold, and 2 Silver. Now, I was playing 2 and 2 for a really long time, however, I found I wasn't opening up the Tsukiyomi ABC combo enough. So I bumped it up to 3 Gold and 2 Silver, and this has been working fine. It gives you the ability to always open up a gadget, but never draw multiples, and that's really important. So I wouldn't change that ratio. Spells, 3 Hanger, 3 Terraforming, 3 Twin Twister. There were a couple times throughout the day when I had to Twin Twister my own C to make plays. But it's actually not as minus as you think, because if you have the Hanger and a gadget, sorry, not Hanger and gadget. If you just have the Hanger and you have this, you're able to make the ABC, so. 2 Instant Fusion. I do play Rafflesia, that's why I chose to play 2 Instant Fusion. And it's really good. You know, this one card can, like, turn around a complete game, because you can just use it to go into, like, any rank 4 whenever you want. It's pretty good. 1 Upstart, 1 Rotor, consistency cards, and 1 Book of Eclipse. I'm really considering bumping this up to 2. It was amazing. It gets over Azure Eyes, it gets over Vandy's Fiend, and it stops you from getting system down, because if they system down you, you can tag out your Buster, then activate this and save them all. So it's really strong. I'm really considering putting it at 2. Traps, 3 Strike and a Warning, pretty standard. I was playing 2 Strikes at first, but then 3 is so much better, because I personally think it's way better than Warning, because if you open Warning when you're going second, it's, like, pretty trash. But if you open this going second, it's still good, because you can, like, negate the monster effects and stuff. Now, I played 2 Anti-Spell and 1 Barrier. I was playing 3 Anti-Spell for a long time, but then I ended up pulling a Dimension Barrier. So I chose to take one out for this, and this was really good, because I did find myself clogging with Anti-Spell sometimes at 3. And this ratio was good. And this card, I only drew it like 2 or 3 times, but it was freaking amazing. It, like, won me every game I drew it. Vandy's Emptiness, and Tech Time Space. I'm playing this over Bottomless or Floodgate, because I found the deck was having trouble against, getting around, like, Azure Eyes, stopping Azure Eyes, and, Metal Foes, and, like, Dante's and stuff. And this is just so much better, I feel like, because... and it gets over Kirin as well. I just feel like it's so much better than Bottomless or Floodgate right now. So it's my personal opinion. And if you're running why I did not play Desires, that's something you might have picked up on. The reason for that is because it's a neg 9, and I'm totally not making excuses for how I can't afford it. Okay, let's go to the, let's do the extra. So, 3 Buster. I summoned, like, 5 in one game, thanks to Daigasso Emerald, and, it's just so powerful. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get hit the next list, because the deck is pretty new, but, it is possible, because it's just so good. Norden for the Instant Fusion. 1 Diamond Eye. I would play a second, but, I couldn't find one before the regional started, so I ended up playing 1. Now, something you should note is I could not find a Utopia Lightning before the tournament started. I just could not find one. I asked around everywhere, I couldn't find one, so I had to chuck in a bunch of random rank 4s. But anyway, here's a Rafflesia, so good, with the Instant Fusion. Gigan, I don't think I've ever made this card, to be honest. Dweller, Ken Gorgon, this is a cool tech because it's like good for getting around your opponent's Buster and stuff. Emerald, I actually made him quite a lot. Rebellion, I made this quite a lot as well. Rhapsody, I use this against Blue Eyes. It's actually not bad. But if I had the Utopia Lightning, then I don't know if I would keep this in. But it's also good for like banishing your opponent's pieces if you're versing a mirror. Of course, Tsukiyomi, Castell, and Heartland Draco. I've never made this just there because I couldn't find a Lightning. Now the side deck. The side deck was interesting. 2 Maxis. I was playing Maxis in the main for a while, but I was just bricking way too much with the deck, so I cut all the hand traps. And I'm actually really glad I did, because I only ever want to see this if I'm going second. Because if you're going first, you really don't want to ditch this with Tsukiyomi. 2 Kaijus. These, I never put this in against the mirror, because if they're good, they'll just tag out their Buster. So it's just there for, like, I don't even know what it's there for. I just never ended up putting it in against, like, ABC. Oh, it's there for heroes, like Toad Heroes and stuff. Psycho Reader, even against the mirror, I, like, barely put this card in, to be honest. It's just, like, System Down is way better. I played 2 System Down. I chose to cut a third for a tech before the regional started. And it's good because I've never actually wanted to put in 3. I've only ever put in 2. Because I run a lot of side cards for the mirror anyway. Now, 2 of these, part of Acquisitiveness, really good against the mirror. But I usually don't put it in fear of System Down because of another spicy tech card you'll see coming up. Burial, I put this in sometimes. It's just pretty much a free Buster. But I'm still on the fence about this card. Swords of Concealing Light, this was like the second book of Eclipse, except that this is good if you're going first as well, because you don't flip your own monsters face down. Now, I played a Forbidden Chalice. This was the card I was talking about. This card was amazing all day. I'm definitely bumping this up to 2. I might even have to try out maining it, because it gets over, like, Alcahest. It gets over Vanity's Fiend. It's good against the mirror if you get this going first, because you stop the Gadget or the Tsukiyomi, and it's like, they can't play. This card is so good. It gets around, like, Toad. It gets around everything. It's so good. I highly suggest you try this out. Now, Traps, 3rd Anti-Spell, and 2 Union Scramble. I know a lot of people have been cutting this. I don't understand why. This won me so many games. Every game I resolved this card, I won. It lets you play without fear of System Down or Kaiju. You can just leave your Buster there. And it's just pretty much an auto win. One game, in round 7, I was versing Mermails, and I attacked with Buster direct, putting him on 4k because he used an Instant Fusion. And he was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got game next turn. And I flipped this, and the look on his face was absolutely priceless. It's so good. And also, people forget about its second effect, allowing you to add one of your banished cards. So that, like, allows your hanger to go off again after you get System Down. It's so good. You guys have to side this card. Okay, so I'll go through my matchups right now. Okay, so round 1, I versed Toad Heroes, 2-0, I won. Round 2 versus Mermail, 2-1, I won. It was funny because game 3 in this match, we both opened pretty poorly. So it was pretty much just, we both just couldn't gain card advantage. We both lost, like, all the cards in our hand, but I was able to use Tsukiyomi to keep drawing until I was able to unbrick my hand and go off, so I managed to win. Round 3, I versed Minerva, 2-0. Game 2, he took the Max C challenge, and I drew, like, 11 cards, so there was no way he was going to win. Round 4, PK Fire. I lost this one, 1-2. Game 3 was the biggest grind game ever. It went for like 20 minutes or something. And it came down to we both had like just not a lot of cards on the field. And I was forced into a position where I had to use Instant Fusion, putting me on 650 life points. And I just had to hope that he didn't run Barber, but he did. If he didn't run that, I had the game won for sure. Round 5, I versed Quasar. I won 2-1. I lost the die roll game 1, so I thought I was going to lose for sure, but he didn't open that strong, and I was able to play around it. Game 2, He opens first turn Quasar, and I just sit there looking at my hand of 3 Terraforming, Union Hangar, and Solemn Strike. So, GG. And then game 3, I managed to open up some traps and win from there. Because Quasar just can't do a lot if you have back row. Round 6, I lost this one against Blue Eyes. I lost 0-2. I just opened poorly both games, and he even admitted that he opened really well both games. So yeah, there was no way I was winning that. And then round 7, Mermail, I won 2-0. That was the game where I flipped the Union Scramble for game. It was so funny. And it should be so there were 7 rounds of Swiss. I went 5-2. And it should be noticed my 2 losses finished 2nd and 3rd in Swiss. Oh, okay, I just realized something. Cherries. The reason I'm not citing cherries is because in testing, I found it really lackluster. It's like, it's only good if you're going 2nd, because you never really want to see it going 1st, because you always want to make Tsukiyomi Buster. And going 2nd is just, like, not even good enough, because, like, if you use it against ABC, they can just use rank 4 toolbox. If you use it against Toad Heroes, they can make rank 4s, or they can make Dark Law. Use it against BA. I guess it's better against BA, but they can still just go into, like, random rank 3s, and beat you down with, like, Fog Blades and stuff like that. I just felt it wasn't good enough, and it takes up too much space in the extra deck. And it also contributes to brick hands, and that was something I was really trying to cut down in this deck since I don't have Desires. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will be attending YCS Sydney. That's the 175th YCS coming up in January. I'm probably gonna play this deck, but I'm gonna hopefully get my hands on some Desires beforehand. So hopefully I don't come 33rd at the YCS, and hopefully I'm able to top. So yeah, I'm gonna start posting videos again. Sorry I haven't posted one in like 10 months or whatever. It's because I just haven't been enjoying the game. But right now I'm really into it, and I'm really enjoying it. So wish me luck for YCS Sydney. I'm gonna start posting more videos soon. And as you know, kids are pro because iproyugioh said so.